I had all this energy at school, and my granddad, he just said to me, you need to find a way of channeling this energy. He basically introduced me to cycle touring club. That's what gave me that passion for the sport. We went out, we did like 50 miles, and it was like a drug to me, I was hooked on it. From that first ride, get rid of all this energy and succeed in something. 2000, I was the best under 23 in the country. I'd won like all the under 23 national championships, and I got selection for like the world-class performance programs. And they were like, wow, if you lose like 4 kilos, you could be one of the best athletes in the world. And like you're thinking, well, this is what we've got to do. I did a massive stage race called like the Tour Langkawi 2-week stage race. I'd lost all this weight, my form just plummeted. I was trying to explain this to the coaches, like, how can I go from being so good to not being able to even finish races? And no one could really give me an answer. Now looking back and reflecting, I'm kind of glad I went to there. Like the biggest thing that I learned later in my career was like I was channeling my energy at them. As soon as I was like, you can't control what I'm doing, it's about me now. This is my process. I'm bothered what you're doing, it's about me. That's when I really became strong. When I first started and I had this love affair with cycling, it gave me that back, because that's why I had the success initially. And that's why I can understand people, whether it's training, their mental health, their well-being, I can understand that, I can relate to it. And this is where a lot of people struggle. Like when you look at a training session or a race, then you're going to get to a point and there's going to be a cut-off, like lactic acid builds up, you can't push anymore. But then there's like this part that you can tune in, like mentally. And the times that I have done, like I've got goose pimples just thinking about it now, then that's when you're going to win. But if you can't get to that point, then you're going to finish second. And all these things of people saying that you can't do stuff, that was always in the back of my mind. And I remember this one guy just, I knew him quite well, and he says, even I'll beat you. And that was like the best moment ever. I thought, I'll show you. I don't think that some people realise, like when they first meet me, I'm pretty chilled. But then somebody just says something to me and it just strikes this spark. And when that spark strikes, it's just so powerful. That's when I really became strong. I wasn't worried about like what training session they were doing. They're not going to beat me. It's impossible because I'm so strong. I beat him by like 2.5 minutes. The pinnacle for me was like 2014. It's really late in my career at this point, and I've won, probably at that point, I've won like 500 races. I'd never won all the national championships, or, like I've been second, third. And then I came into like 2014 and I won everything. It was amazing. Like the emotion, I knew I was going to win because I knew how hard I could train. I always touch on this story of my granddad. It was actually losing him. And then at this time we've got like the 3 young kids that I was just able to push to these barriers. It was so powerful at that point. I was indestructible. It's just like the energy, it's just like this connection, it's like a charge going through your body. I wish I could feel it all the time, because when it connects, it's just like a volt of electricity. Yeah. Do you want that every day? Yeah, of course you do. I wish you could do that all the time now. Then you realise that actually, that was just a special moment. And I think that was the pinnacle of, like 2014. I'd learned everything. There was no self-doubt from that point, and I think that's the biggest thing, like as you get older, you get more confidence in yourself, don't you? You've got like these training processes, it's just like this self-confidence builds and builds and builds. It's been a journey ever since then. Now we're working with some of the best triathletes in the world. We're building this network, because one person can't do it all. Whether they want to get up a hill quick or they want to be world champions. It's just understanding them. Like for me as a coach, it's trying to get into their head. You're on a journey with them then. So you've got to understand, like from a training perspective, how much load can that athlete take? How much mentally can they take? I've got no regrets, because I don't think that I could have been as successful in coaching as I am now if I hadn't have been on that journey. I'm quite grateful because I've been to all the dark places. Training is very much this process, it's up and down. Like, I had 1 year in my whole career when it was just plain sailing, the rest of it was like this. It's not all about success, learn from the failings and then you become better.